Greetings, YouTube. The military is once again in the forefront of inclusiveness, which seems weird to say because I have this sort of love-hate relationship with the U.S. military. But here's the news article. It's from last month. U.S. Secretary of Defense Ashton Carter has announced the U.S. military will lift its ban on trans people serving openly. Details of the new policy are still being worked out, but effective immediately, involuntary discharges based solely on a service member's trans status are being halted. The move follows a meeting Carter had with trans service members representing each branch of the military last week. Some are saying that the planned timeline is too short and lacking in details, but Carter's announcement is seen to reflect his frustration at foot dragging by the services after he declared his intentions nearly a year ago to end the ban. Or I think they said bar. Um, and you hear that all the time. Whenever it comes to expanding our understanding of civil liberties and human rights and being more inclusive, there will always be those that say, "Oh, whoa, 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 not so fast, not so fast. We need to have this on a more scheduled, gentle timeline. We need to stretch out that process a little bit more, so you're not gonna just rush into that." But of course, justice delayed is justice denied. And for these people, there would never be a point that would be a comfortable time to lift this ban. Just as there would never have been a point to allow people of color into the military, or women into the military, or gay people into the military. In fact, in the cases of gay people, they were already there. And in the case of trans people, they're already there. The estimations are that there are 15,000 trans people already in the U.S. military, already serving our country. They're the ones that all the social conservatives say support the troops. Well, guess what, folks? Some of those troops are trans. Some of those troops are gay. That's just the way it is. In fact, in the discussion here on Metafilter, someone mentioned the fact that among trans people, they are more than twice as likely to be in the service as cis people. I believe the psychology behind this is basically that they, because the trans person is trying to find their place in the world, they're joining the military in a sense of showing the world and themselves that they are they're just like everyone else. They can serve. That in some cases they want to be amongst a group that is primarily a masculine environment. Some want to join apparently because the military will in fact help with um, the trans process as transition, that those who need the hormone treatments, things like that, which are not cheap. Hormone treatments are not inexpensive. Um, so that's also another reason that people join. So more power to you. Now, I personally have never joined the military, and I never will. I'm 52. Well, I'm almost 52. I'll be 52 in September. But many of the people in my family have, and so I have a lot of respect for the people that serve in the military, even if I question the politicians that control the military. Uh, I don't blame the moral acts of a service person more than rather I blame the people that are giving them orders. Of course, if someone acts in an immoral or illegal manner, that's on them. That has nothing to do with whether they're in the military or not. Uh, so I'm really happy about this ban being lifted. There are people that are going to be immediately affected positively by this. They are not going to have to worry every day about being kicked out of the service that they themselves have desired to be a member of. So that's awesome. I'm all for inclusion, and trans people are part of the fabric of our nation and the world itself. They are us. And we just need to accept that. There is nothing wrong with being who you are. And if somebody wants to be called they or them, as opposed to he or she, then do it. It's no difference in calling someone Robert because they tell you that's the one they want you to call them. But their actual name is immaterial. And if you impose a name upon them that isn't theirs or they don't want to use, that's tasteless. That's disrespectful. And of course, social conservatives are all about respecting the military now, aren't they? Well, here's your chance, folks. Respect the military. Respect the men and women who serve in our nation's military service. Now, if those men and women aren't exactly what some social conservatives are comfortable with, tough. A man's a man, a woman's a woman, and a soldier is a soldier is a soldier. If they do their job, nothing else matters. And we, as American citizens, need to do our job by supporting service members that are out there doing the things that need to be done. They are out there literally on the sharp end of it. If you question what they're doing, question the leaders. So long as the individual soldiers, servicemen, and women are doing their jobs and doing it morally and ethically and legally, we need to support them. You can question leadership, but you don't have to question service members themselves. So, yay for inclusiveness. Um, that's pretty darn awesome. And I still find it ironic that the military seems to always be in the forefront when it comes to these things, because they've realized that in a foxhole, soldier is a soldier is a soldier.